Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. I'm the MysteriousJG. So we spent the last several episodes really coming through old arcades, talking to lots of NPCs, more than I normally would, figuring out the non-combat puzzles required to get through here, proceeding into arcades, going to all the shops and doing all the non-combat puzzles to get all the chops. More chops than you actually need to get. Maximum chops. This took several videos worth of content, although I believe we'll never really need to deal with any of those places again unless we feel like it. And now we can proceed with the main story. I kind of am not sure how much we'll have to do in Arcades, because I feel like we've been here for a while without really getting to... Well, honestly, you know what this is bringing to mind? It begs the question, why did we come to Arcades? What is the actual story thing we're supposed to be doing right now? I'm trying to remember what specifically we came here for, other than... Yeah, I really don't remember. Sometimes it kind of tells you on the world map why you're going to certain places, but you know, we're at Arcades. Oh. So we just need to collect pinewood chops, because I'll ask around. But the broader objective is that we came here because we're trying to figure out how to deal with... Well, the Empire is gathering... I don't know, we've got the Dawn Shard. I forgot. I honestly forgot. We came to Mount Amices to try to figure out how to use the Sword of Kings or whatever, or to try to figure out how to use the power of Nethicite. And I guess they stole the Dawn Shard? I've lost track. I apologize. It's been long enough since we did that. I could go back and watch the videos and be like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't remember why we're going to Arcades now when we didn't go earlier, but I believe it has to do with the fact that currently Princess Ash is trying to decide if she wants to use the power of Nethicite. Like, if she can wield the power of Nethicite as a descendant of the Dynast King to destroy the Empire. Or if she wants to use the Sword of Kings to destroy Nethicite so that both Dalmasca and the Empire no longer have that awesome offensive power. But she made her way up here, I guess because we're going to Dracula Laboratory to find out what's going on with Nethicite. Okay, now I remember. We were making our way up here to go to the laboratory and try to figure out what the Empire is actually doing with Nethicite and how they're getting Nethicite as part of a long-term plan to stop them from being all powerful and evil and shit. We might actually finally have combat again for the first time in a long time. I know that you can equip a better crossbow than that because we actually bought you a penetrator crossbow. So sexy. Otherwise, yeah, they want her to use a trident. Game wants him to use a Zephyr Pole, which will weaken his magic. Has he got a better staff he could be using? Actually, he does. So even if we're going to keep him with the stabs, he has a better stave now. Francesca is not really that impressive. It doesn't add any special damage. I could lose a little bit of evade and a bit of attack power and get something that adds slow on each hit. Whatever. I like having her use guns, and we don't get new guns that often, which is why she could use this and add protect. Oh, she actually does have a better gun, though. It's a two-handed gun, so she's the rifle woman. So yeah, sometimes you're not optimizing equipment that often, because when people can use more than one piece of equipment and it wants to switch them to a different weapon type, I won't notice that, oh, I actually have a better of this same weapon type than I had before. I just didn't notice because I've gotten so used to ignoring this thing's recommendations. So she's using Kaiser Shield and the Rune Blade, which doesn't add anything special, which just does damage. I could switch her to a Poisonous Katana, but that would reduce her evade. Doesn't reduce her defense, just her evade. And poison's good. Diamond of Doom Sword. Sword of Kings. This raises the question, do I want to, what is the Kaiser Blade doing? Kaiser Shield. On element, none. Gives her evade 27. So maybe I'll give her the Poison Katana for a while. Increases attack by 5, it decreases evade by 5, adds poison. I think that might be an even trade, or a good trade. Alright, whatever. I don't remember exactly what's next, but I feel like everybody's immune to stop. That's not terrible. But that's almost certainly because of the last big boss I was fighting. I think I'm better off making everyone immune to disable. Since that's one of those things where if everybody gets hit with disable at the same time, that's kind of a battle ender. Annoyingly, this increases vitality and defense, but decreases strength. Whatever. I'm going to make everybody immune to disable. And I'm not going to worry about the fact that for a little while, the people who are not in the party will not be earning extra gil. Because I'm going to operate on the assumption that our next big fight... Well, we might have a whole couple of videos worth of fighting just regular guards, but I believe we might be heading for a boss fight then as the plot progresses. We're going to Draclor Labs. It may or may not be a dungeon. Is that a sandalwood chopper? I see. Very well. This cab is for Tenoble, good sir. Take me to Tenoble. So I believe the way it works is you don't lose your chop. You don't give this guy your chops to ride the cab. You just have to have a certain number of chops to prove that you're worthy to ride the cab, I guess. Hope you enjoyed riding bullshit fantasy future tech cab. You will never see yourself alive again. Hey, this is back where I came from. Ah, so pleased you could join me. Jules had a morsel for us. A light airship used by Draclo researchers is just up ahead. We'll take that and go in through the service entrance. Let's make haste, shall we? Welcome to Tenoble. Be proud you've made it this far. Chops of pine, chops of sandal. They're worth more than life itself here. Don't let yours go lightly. Now, anyone for Nilbass? Nah. So we're in Tenoble. We want to save our game. Hello, I need you to talk to a random dude who's 4 feet away, and then I'll give you a chop. I used my last sandal to pay off my creditors. That's why I'm taking this cab down to Nilbass. Aww. If I go down there, I shan't be coming back, not until I've earned my status once again. Starting from scratch at my age. She's ruined. Yeah, this is a pretty fucked up little society they got here. You're not even allowed to physically be in this area unless you... Well, I suppose it's not unusual in history for there to be areas of the city that are only open to certain noble classes, but you gotta carry around, like, chops. Time is right for enterprise, I say. But this is, I would say, kind of important. We now have an Arcades crystal. We can jump back into this section of Arcades you have to earn via choppery. Because up to this point, all we've had are a bunch of blue crystals. I think. Was there an orange crystal anywhere in old Arcades? No, there wasn't. Okay, well, there was one right outside of old Arcades, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference.
An ardent are you? I'm gentry. I expect to be addressed as such, peasant. Filthy peasants. So much time and not to do. Mayhap I'll pester some soldiers. The chase alone will be good for a lark. Governor!
Only those with sufficient chops are allowed in this area, sir. If you wish to go higher up, you'll need sandalwood chops, that is. I like to go up to random strangers who are already here and point that out to them. Oh, a banger. And mash. Or the bang is the pig guys.
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honor.
Accomplices?
Our forces sustained but light casualties.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Draclaw.
From accomplices and quidditors and oxidative decarboxylation. Other words that don't belong here. Why would they be? We haven't done anything.
Though this will make our task more difficult still.
It would be much easier if they were onto us. Seriously, what the fuck does that mean? Are they onto us? It would seem not, but this will make all... I guess it's more difficult because the guards are on alert. He's saying the guards are not onto us, but the fact that they're here will make things more difficult, although it really seems like he's saying this would be so much easier if the guards were onto us.
Did you see that judge just now? I think I heard him say something about the Senate. It sounded as if something was afoot. Perhaps the game.
Time to play the game. Quite a view from up here, wouldn't you say? There's nothing quite so satisfying as looking down on the people, is there? I've become French.
I do wish these soldiers would leave the running around to the children. All that clanging of metal. What a cacophony.
Yeah, cacophony is not really that impressive a word when throwing around quiddities. And whatever those guys just said. I feel like they threw out a word that annoyed me by being obscure, and now I've forgotten what it was. Oh, I thought I was backtracking. I guess not. Certainly took your time getting here, didn't you? Off seeing the sights, perhaps? Not likely. Do you know how long it took to get the chops to get up here? What's that? But I gave Jules some chops. Wah, wah, wah. Jules. Tisk tisk, a squad of judges has been sent to Draclaw. You'll find the service entrance a rather difficult proposition, I'm afraid. Are you going to confront him? You're doing, no doubt. You knew how the Ministry of Law would move, so you had Van out collecting chops until the judges could reinforce Draclaw. Of course. Tell me, how much did the Ministry pay for word of the prodigal son? The Ministry? Oh, judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Why isn't this voice acted? It seems like it's as important a plot sequence as any. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that Draclaw is a toy box these days, filled with your Lord Father's conceits. All developed without the Senate's knowledge, of course. Why not even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Sid's operations. Dr. Sid Vicious. Now here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who would sell their own mum for the mere scrap of information about the goings-on inside Draclaw. People like Rosarian sympathizers were worried about the Empire's weapons programs, and anyone else who might be opposed to House Solidor hegemony. So, we create a disturbance, and you get your windfall of dirt on Draclaw. And in exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks you where you want to go, tell him you know where to go. Simple, no? Ah, a deal brokered in true Arcades fashion. Why, it's just like old times, Jules. Brings a tear to my eye. Good to be back, eh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Master Balthier. Anon, anon. Oh, he used his real name. That was really telling moment of whatever. Too bad we are not allowed to know what the fuck's going on, huh? I don't understand why that wasn't voice acted. I really don't. I mean, there have been significantly less plotty conversations that got voice acting. It's like, for whatever reason, they got, at the very last minute, they're like, oh shit, we didn't actually hire a voice actor to play that part, and he's got a whole bunch of speaking lines. Well, it gives me a chance to do my voice acting. I should have made him just talk like a Barabbas, though. Yeah, well, Draclaw, Are you on display? Do people just pay money to look at you, sir? This is one of the most Hume-dominated cities. So there's kind of this implied thing where the Empire kind of looks down its nose a bit on the other races. So neither of you have anything to say now, huh? Oh, I see the actual... No, you're not the guards.
I'm terribly sorry, but there's been an emergency. No one is allowed to enter Central at this time. Please, come again.
No entry to Central this time, and refrain from suspicious behavior until things settle down. You know what I mean. On to Dracula Laboratory. Well, where is that supposed to happen? No, seriously, I know the plot we just got done having a plot dialogue about how they're creating a distraction, but I do not remember us specifically being told we had to do, like, we go to the cabbie and say, okay, never mind. I thought that was like our escape plan for the laboratory, but apparently we just go up to the cabbie and say, you know where to go. Take me to Donbass, you know where to go. You want to go there, eh? You sure? Let's go. Alright, all aboard. So this would appear to be a one-time plot dungeon kind of deal. I should be able to go up. So, this Jules is some old friend of yours, Balthier. You two seemed close. I should be able to just go up to the guys and say, hey, sandalwood chops, motherfucker, step aside. Close enough for fisticuffs. Driver, faster if you please. I would be loath to expend any of the violence of my present mood on my companions. Sir, yes, sir. Free rendered. Shit's getting real, folks. Here we are, landing at the Naboo capital city of Dinky Dinky Dangamore.
Come, this way.
Well, I didn't mean to, but shit's getting real, folks. I actually need to switch games if I want to keep, I need to get something else recorded today, but I'm getting into this now. Dracula Laboratory. Dracula Laboratory. Now what appear to be
too quiet.
Too quiet.
Passing strange.
Strange passing.
There are supposed to be guards here.
Godbots?
Maybe you were just lucky, huh?
Well, I get lucky, I might get laid.
Maybe you're just optimistic.
Something may be afoot.
Or hand.
We proceed with caution.
No time for caution.
No time for...
Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top level.
No Time for Caution is my favorite episode of Tenchi Universe. So, we do have a dungeon, which means I probably do want to take a minute to change the ladies over to the cat ear hoods, just because we'll be fighting regular old dudes. Ghillie boots make you immune. I've never quite understood that, why ghillie boots make you immune from oil, but whatever. I guess oil is something that affects your feet. Alright, so it's a big, regular-looking dungeon. I don't know why Bosch is our party leader, but... Alright, back to normal. Well, you know what? Everybody's gambits are probably all jacked up, too. No, that seems pretty normal. Other than the fact that Balthier isn't using any, So I got ice, lightning, fire, wind, vulnerable. If he doesn't seem to do anything to any of them, then I guess he'll go for Aqua. You have got your... Okay, he's actually in a pretty good place. Ooh, lots of dead dudes. This is unusual. What happened here? Okay, it's a great line. You are with him. No. This lift appears to go to the top floor, but it's not stopped there. Oh, but the fun doesn't stop there, folks. Oh, it doesn't stop here. I have to say, at some point, are we going to encounter enemies? I'm okay with not encountering a lot of enemies, but... Okay, so we went around a little loop. I'm not seeing a lot of laboratory equipment in this laboratory, but okay. I guess something will happen in the plot to open some of these doors. Help me. Help me. What? Ooh, oh, never mind, the regular soldiers. I thought for a minute those were like enemies from a different Final Fantasy game were hanging out. Select destination. 66th floor, current location. Oh, hold on, I actually did change stuff. I went to 67. I didn't even realize you could switch it. Oh boy. Probably doing it wrong here. Oh, we were at the 60. Okay, I think this is probably where we were supposed to come to. Don't think you'll get away with this. Get away with what? I guess you were attacked by guys who look a lot like us. CDV. ODV. What?
He's had visitors. One's lacking manners by the look of it.
Someone after the Nethicite?
What else would it be? That's the whole plot thing of this game. Someone's looking for the nanomachines. Or the unobtainium. Hey, there's a map behind you. I think.
The Octifor, was it?
The Octifor was what?
6 years. And ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
What's your deal, man?
Above us! Drop bulkheads 5 and 8! Be to it!
They found us.
These earlier visitors, more like. We should lie low for now.
No, we'll use their confusion. We need to find Sid now.
Do we ever learn the confusion spell, by the way? We obtained a lab access card and a map of Dracula Laboratories. Yeah, I thought I saw that in the background. And our map for this zone is complete. Awesome sauce. Although now, our radar stopped working. Door is securely locked. Okay, I was going to actually search the zone, but... So we get a little cinema in here, too? What's going on? There were soldiers in the laboratory. Has there been an intruder? The bulkheads are functioning. We're safe. And the bulkheads, red and blue, are activated alternately when one opens the other lock. So I'm sick of that system. Just have this, like, silliness, basically, where you'll not be able to leave this area easily. Yeah, sure. That's a point. Okay. I'll go with you on that game. Yeah, it's like it's either red or blue. One is open, one is closed, and they're connected. And they've already used that system in this game. They didn't have a real good. It was arbitrary and didn't make much sense in the game lore in the mines, and now they're using it here. I guess it's like an Arcades cultural thing. But, you know, at least we found some place to save our game and to, you know, restore your stuff. So, just out of habit, I'm going to want to explore this whole zone, even though it's probably not critical to do so. Open the blue or do nothing. We'll leave them alone for now. See how far we can get before we start hitting switches. The lack of working radar is annoying. But with the red open, we can come this way. I see this one only looks like it is actually a thing.
Quite a commotion outside. All the latest manufactured netherite data. Your dark side is unreachable. Perhaps he's pondered the mysteries of the universe on 7-day.
Okay, so we could only have come here if we kept the red thing red. Good for us. And you know, now that we've talked to them, we're almost at the end of the video. I'm enjoying this, but I've actually hit the point where I kind of need to get some other stuff recorded. Am I really going to do this? I'm going to force myself to stop playing the game I'm having fun playing in order to play something else, just to get some material recorded for that series. I think I am. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ponder it off screen. When we come back, folks, it'll be more of this or it'll be something else, but it'll actually be more of this regardless for you of what decision I make. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.